What a good girl you are, Henrietta Pussycat. Are you ready for our story time tonight? This is what we're going to read. Should we show everybody? Hi, everybody. Tonight, we are going to read The Paper Crane. I love making paper cranes, so when I saw this book, I really wanted to read it. It's by Molly Bang. And the artwork in here is cut out of paper, which is really cool. So instead of the artist drawing the pictures, you can see it's paper cutouts. It's really cool. The Paper Crane. Look at that first picture. That's amazing. There's like a deli counter with the stools and the table setting and the child sleeping in the bed. Really cool paper cutting. A man once owned a restaurant on a busy road. He loved to cook good food and he loved to serve it. He worked from morning until night and he was happy. What's that say? First prize. Yum. First prize for the noodles. But a new highway was built close by. Travelers drove straight from one place to another and no longer stopped at the restaurant. Many days went by when no guests came at all. The man became very poor and had nothing to do but dust and polish his empty plates and tables. Oh, I mean, he is playing a good game of checkers, and he's polishing his glasses and cleaning the counter and cleaning the floor. But all the chairs are up on the tables. One evening, a stranger came into the restaurant. His clothes were old and worn, but he had an unusual, gentle manner. Though he said he had no money to pay for food, the owner invited him to sit down. He cooked the best meal he could make and served him like a king. When the stranger had finished, he said to his host, "I cannot pay you with money, but I would like to thank you in my own way." He picked up a paper napkin from the table and folded it into the shape of a crane. "You have only to clap your hands," he said, "and this bird will come to life and dance for you. Take it and enjoy it while it is with you." With these words, the stranger left. He took a piece of paper or a paper napkin and made it into a bird. It happened just as the stranger had said. The owner had only to clap his hands and the paper crane became a living bird, flew down to the floor, and danced. That's amazing. He clapped and now look, it's a crane and it's dancing. That's amazing. Soon, word of the dancing crane spread, and people came from far and near to see the magic bird perform. Look, they're all doing their own little dances. And just like the rest of the artwork, they're all cut out of paper. It's amazing. It's so beautiful. The owner was happy again, for his restaurant was always full of guests. He cooked and served and had company from morning until night. Oh, these have real hair. That's fun. Do you see that? They're cut out of paper, but I think that their hair is actually little pieces of yarn or something. That's fun looking. The weeks passed and the months. One evening, a man came into the restaurant. His clothes were old and worn, but he had an unusual, gentle manner. The owner knew him at once and was overjoyed. The stranger, however, said nothing. He took a flute from his pocket, raised it to his lips, and began to play. The crane flew down from its place on the shelf and danced as it had never danced before. I wish we could hear that flute music right now. I'll bet it's very pretty. The stranger finished playing, lowered the flute from his lips, and returned it to his pocket. He climbed on the back of the crane and they flew out the door and away. Oh, and they're gone. The restaurant still stands by the side of the road, and guests still come to eat the good food and hear the story of the gentle stranger and the magic crane made from a paper napkin. But neither the stranger nor the dancing crane has ever been seen again. And look, the name of the restaurant is now the Paper Crane. The end. Isn't that a lovely story about kindness to strangers? We all should find ways to be kind, even to people that we don't know. It's nice to give of yourself and be kind, and it's nice to receive kindness also. So I wanted to show you, I really like making paper cranes. I started making them when I was very little. I learned to make them, there's another story called Sadako-chan and the Paper Cranes. And so I thought I would show you one of the paper cranes that I made. And I made a video of how to make them, so maybe I'll share it. And you can check out that video if you want to make your own. It takes a little bit of time, but they're really fun to make and they're really beautiful. And sometimes when I go to restaurants, I make them out of the napkins and leave them on the tables. I hope you enjoyed The Paper Crane by Molly Bang. I'm not sure how you say the last name, Bang, Bong. That was a really lovely story about kindness. I hope that you find a way to be kind all the time and find the kind people. As our friend Mr. Rogers always says, look for the helpers. They're the kind ones. I hope you enjoyed our story tonight, and we will see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Bye!